Welcome back to Poncho's Toy Box. It's another vintage toy hunting wild finds video. Stuff that I've found while I've been out and about in car boot sales, flea markets, charity shops and collectibles shops here in the United Kingdom. Over the past 6 weeks or so actually, during the school summer holidays. The kids have gone back now, but these are all the things that I found. And as usual, I don't pay a lot. It's just a bit of fun. It's all about the thrill hunt and going through those rummage boxes and see what, those old nostalgic toys from the 70s, 80s I can find. I always love adding stuff to the collection here. So I'm just going to showcase to you some of the highlights that I found. So these are the action figures that I picked up. So we've got a vintage Mattel Masters Universe Horde Leech figure. We've got a bootleg He-Man figure, because the He-Man figure is really popular. All the other obscure toy manufacturers start knocking out their own versions of He-Man figures. So you can see it's quite similar to the look and design of He-Man figures. This is a Galaxy Warriors action figure called Spike. Legs don't move. It's only got 3 points of articulation, just the head and the arms, but the legs are static, they do not move. And this guy's called Spike. He's really cool. I've seen this a few times over the years online, and I've always wanted to add it to my collection. So I saw this in a charity shop. So yeah, that was a great find and a good addition to the collection. And we've also got real Ghostbusters figure here, made by Kenner. This is Winston. I've got another real Ghostbusters figure. This one, the Ghost, is called Hard Hat. And all those 4 figures there cost me £2 from a box in a charity shop. Next up, we've got this 6-inch Mr. T figure from the 80s, made by Galoob in 1983. Got this in a charity shop. It's actually a bag of Paw Patrol toys. Who's right in the very bottom of it, so I just bought the whole bag. I actually gave the Paw Patrol figures back to the charity shop, and I just kept this. But I'm glad I got this because I do have the accessories to go with it. I may highlight this in another video showing you what it comes with. But yeah, I was really pleased to add that because I've been looking for that for a while, and I was pleased to find that in the wild. Yeah, £2, a bit of a bargain that. And lastly, we have this Eugene Tackleberry figure. This is from Kenner's action figure line of Police Academy, the animated series, which was made in 1988. And the animated series was based on the famous film franchise, which was very successful during the 1980s. What makes this an unusual find is that these figures will not release in the UK, they're only released in the US only. So I was very surprised to find this out in the wild, and I found it at a car boot sale and it only cost me £3. Right, some small bits next. These things you find out right down at the very bottom. Those boxes at car boot sales. So we have an Airfix Weebles figure. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Who remembers those? They are lovely, charming 1970s toys. Very, very popular they were. Yeah, I've got a couple now. I'm pleased to add another one to go in the collection. How awesome is that? Let me know if you had one in the comments. I'd like to know. Got a 1983 Galoob plastic 18 van in very bad condition, but it's a prime candidate for restoration because even though the axle was bent up and gone inside there and it's rusted, it's still present, so I can put the wheel back down. The tyres look like they're rubber and they're melted, so I can peel those off and put some new tyres on. So that's a nice little restoration project. It cost me 50p, so I was pleased with that. Got a little micro machine made by Galoob in 1999, and these are fantastic little sculpts for small toys. This is a Porsche Deluxe 959, so Google tells me. But yeah, this cost me 50p. Retails about £10 the micro machine collector's market. So that was a nice little find. I've got a little tub of micro machines now. What about one? And I always add to it when I find them. Yeah, so I was pleased with that. Yeah, it was 50p, 20p. and 50p. Love those small little vines. Next up, we have a boglin. I've never seen a boglin out in the wild before. I also find little mini PVC ones, but never an actual boglin, so I was very surprised to see this. This is an action boglin. It's from the 1993 line of those toys. There are 5 released in total, and basically what you do when you squeeze them, they didn't action. This one spitted water originally, but the water mechanism is missing. Other ones, the eyeballs popped out or it pulled tongues, and one that squeaked, which like kind of resembled a burp and whatnot. One's commonly found are eyeball, spit and lick, and this guy was obviously called Spit because he would have spit out water. This cost me nothing actually. I found it at a car boot sale, and I said they can have that for nothing because it's got a rip in it, and it has. And I noticed that at the time, but I wasn't really bothered. But yeah, that was a fantastic addition here. And I don't mind that this little mechanism missing, because to be honest, I didn't know it was supposed to have a mechanism. I thought it was like a finger boglin, like the previous series of boglin figures. And while I was kept on looking at a stall, I found the cage in 2 separate boxes. I put them together and I said, "Oh, how much is this?" He said, "Oh, it's 50p." So I got all that for 50p. An absolute bargain, and I'm really pleased to have that. And it's going to be displayed like that here at the toy box. So yeah, I think that is a fantastic thing to add to the collection, and a bargain price for 50p. Score. Next up, we have this 1970s robot figure. I found this at a car boot sale, and it cost me £1. I picked it up. I thought it was a ROM Space Knight at first, based on the ROM Space Knight comics, but it wasn't that. But it definitely had a 1970s feel for it. You could tell because it's all held together with a plastic band, so it was definitely vintage. And I thought it looks like a 70s toy for sure. Anyway, I brought it home and I found out it is a Doctor Who figure. From the 4th incarnation of Doctor Who, portrayed by Tom Baker for the BBC TV series. And the action figure is called K1, and it's made by Dennis Fisher with collaboration with the US toy manufacturer Mego, and they made a series of 9.5 inch action figures for the Doctor Who show in 1976. And this guy is called K1, and yeah, it's a beautiful looking thing. I say arms, legs all still attached. These things aren't broken. Yeah, and that plastic kind of rubber band that's inside that, I'm not going to pull on it, but it is not degraded. So that was an absolutely lovely, gorgeous find. Yeah, worth quite a bit. Online, you go for about £50. So for £1, that's an up steal, and it's a beautiful looking thing, and that's a great addition here, and that's going to go great in the toy cabinet. It is missing its shoulder pads apparently, but I'm not bothered about that. I think that's a lovely looking item. And saving the best till last, we have this. This is Daggett the robotic dog from Battlestar Galactica TV show. This is made by Mattel in 1978 to go along 3 3/4 inch action figure line. But yeah, what makes an exceptional find is that it still has its tail. Now, on most loose examples, the tail is missing, so to find that still this tail is an absolutely amazing find. And it only cost me £2, and I found it in a shop in Blackpool while I was away for a couple of days with the kids. So that's one of the finds of the summer, and possibly quite up there, one of the finds of the year, I think. But yeah, there's 2 variants of this action figure, tan and brown. It's got 6 points of articulation, head, 4 legs, and its tail. Well, there you go, my vintage toy hunting wild finds from the summer holidays. What was your favourite item? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.